Let's hope we don't get clubbed. And we are underway. Happy Friday. Hello, Shimei. I really appreciated what you sent me today. Very meaningful to me. Oh, look at this car's got the pearlescent finish on that. I love that. All right, can we slide through or are we going to have a crack up? What are we going to do? Are we going to get through? We got through. Look at that for precision driving. Right. Hanging around. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're coming in. Hello, Tanya. All right, let's put this baby here. Let's see what's going on over here. It's going to be an easy night tonight. Hello, Amanda. Because frankly, I'm really sore from yesterday's work. Okay, and we are underway on a Sunday evening. Good evening, everybody. Please hit the thumbs up. Hey, Margie. Hey, Kels. How are you? Good to see you tonight. Callie Mo, the one and the only here. Good to see you. I think I nailed everybody right here. We got Amanda, Hug and Kiss et al. How's everybody doing today? Football Sunday on a fall afternoon. You guys know the Ravens did it up in Cleveland today, surprisingly, but 3 more capital injuries on the team, so that'll take it up to 23 injured people. I don't know, guys. It looks shaky. So, birds cleaning up the Rancho a little bit. That's really welcome. That makes me very happy after all the work that I did yesterday. So, I find a lot to celebrate in that today. And I hope everybody's doing well. I thought I was coming down with something this afternoon. I started to get a headache and I felt a little flush, and I thought, oh man, I hope I'm not getting the cornholio. Right? I was like, really? Right? I mean, I go, wow. Let's pop down here and see what's going on. Thank you to those of you who are on my morning live stream. And if you're not surprised to my subscribe to my Rosie Murphy channel, you'll find the link comes up periodically here. And please subscribe if you're not subscribed over there. I did an impromptu. I've got request after request after request. Please do more daily morning streams, daytime streams. I know I've been very engrossed with the writing of my book, and you know, there's a lot of very dense material in it, and it's not something. It's not reading like a like a Harlequin romance. I mean, it requires a lot of thought and reading and rereading, because we're doing some tough stuff. My cup came in this week, had coffee in it already. There you go. Hello, Texas Twister. So that's where my time has been taken up. Okay. And yesterday, thank you to those of you who were checking out the work that was done on the Rancho. That really pulled me up to winter time. That really got me up to where I needed to be, because that front was starting to plunk my nerve strings where I have those bottle brush. I do not want that stuff to get crazy big again. And as I mentioned before, Bird's done a nice job of cleaning up out there today and consolidating. Nothing much going on down there. I hate to see young women that are just aimlessly walking the street like that down there. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster in that area. I don't think stuff doesn't happen around this neighborhood. This is the neighborhood where people disappear. Since I cooked last night, thank you to those of you who were on the stream last night. We really had a good time with the how I make a chicken noodle soup. Your mileage may vary, but for me it worked out really well, and that's the standard way I make it, so it's not all cloudy and funky looking and everything else. So if you're just coming in, please take a second to hit the thumbs up button. We're going to be walking around the Arts District in a little while here. Hey Nikki, how are you, sweets? We're going to be down in the Arts District. It's a nice night to do a little bit of walking around. I don't have a crap load of energy because I went crazy yesterday. The work that was done, because when I hit it, I want to make sure I'm doing enough to get it done for a while. So we're getting ready for winter. I'm not going to be cutting trees back until after the citrus is harvested. We will have to spray the trees for peach leaf curl. That's if we hope to have any production at all out of the stone fruit trees. Yeah, you caught alive today. Hey Nancy, thank you. It is a lovely night. I'm looking forward to going down to the Arts District tonight. I enjoy bumming around there. There's a lot's happening on Santa Rosa Avenue. A lot of new construction down there. There's a lot of controversy over there. Some people aren't happy about what some of the housing is turning into, but it's a sign of the times. And as you know, last night the House and Senate came together and approved a 45-day extension, so we kicked the can till mid-November on the budget stuff, and the president signed that saying, I'm tired of all the drama and shenanigans. Well, I mean, give me a good alternative then, right? Give me a good alternative. Right? Give us something else. Right? Beautiful night, 75 degrees and glorious. I think some people have asked, am I going out riding on the bike again this week? I will be. If the weather's like this, how can I resist? Just have to make sure the lighting is all functioning correctly. And I don't have any issues with, I looked down last time and the back wheel wasn't lighting up. All right, there's our fire department is there. We're treating ourselves to coffee. That's okay. We got the hook and ladder team. So I like to see the boys having a little bit of treat there. There's that nice RV. All right, let's pull over here. Take our hour here and just chill out and relax a little bit. See if we can slide in here just one time without having to do a million bits of adjustment. So far we're looking good. Oh man, I hit that sign so hard all the time. Everybody looks at me like I'm a nut over there. Okay, hey Nikki, we got Sour One. How are you? Queen Nicole, how are you doing, sweetie? What's going on with you today? All right, let's get underway here. I'm gonna let some of these breezes come through. It's the type of day that you got to really value these when you get it, because pretty soon you'll be hearing me whine about right, rainy season's here. I bent down yesterday and did the Rosie ooze. Kels, what would that bending down be, honey? I mean, like, ooh, right? Yeah, it's like when I saw that sky when I went out to work yesterday and work on the yard. I'm like, ooh. We had a definitely threatening sky. I'm doing good. I went to a dance Friday night. Good for you. Good for you. Did you dance any, honey? That's good. That's good. So things are looking up down in Pensacola, huh? How you doing, Bobby? Go Ravens and go Buffalo. Buffalo looks like a wrecking machine. We got Sue Walsh. Hi, Sue. Hope that you and your... Yeah, we're doing good. Can you believe it's October 1st? Am I excited or what? Hey, Barry. The Cowboys dismembered the Patriots. I'm telling you guys, if you bet the NFL, you got to be out of your mind these days. I mean, who saw 28-3 the Ravens over Cleveland today? I mean, of course, when your starting quarterback goes out, you're pretty much a sitting duck. But it was nice to get in the win column. Hey, Simon. Hey, Sure Nuts. How are you? And the baseball season is officially over, so the Orioles finished with 101 wins on the season, which is great. But believe it or not, they're picked for like 6 out of 11 to win the World Series going for now, which is forward, which is even the Blue Jays are picked to be better, which is probably correct. It's very rare that you would get too far your first year when you make it to the playoffs. Anything else I saw today? We're getting a change of government in 2 weeks. Jacinda left the country. Now, I don't know why she would leave the country. I mean, because I have the coffee right here, because if you lose the election or you resign, I mean, I don't know. I saw people down there doing social protests in New Zealand. Right? I don't know I can't remember what they were protesting, trans rights, or I just can't remember what they were doing. I don't remember there's so much going on in the news. This church called Burrito Bay Church had a dance for disabled. Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad. Hey, Alan, how you doing? I'm glad. Last I checked in, the Cowboys, the 49ers were having their way with the Cardinals, I believe. Can't wait. Can't wait. And her party didn't want her to be remembered while elections were on, so they sent her out. Hey, agitator. Damn, man. They told her, hit the road, go on a cruise or something, go on an around the world cruise and don't come back until. Hey, Katie, how are you? Can you imagine that? Well, I didn't think any place in the world could have less unpopular politicians than the United States. How you doing, Captain? Do you ever share what made you religion? It's strictly on religious grounds, Cajun. That's all, right? I had in January. I had a very powerful conversion experience in early January 2023, and it turned my whole world around, complete with visions and everything. So, yeah, well, it's, Alan, the 49ers have a great defense, and, if Brock can stay healthy, they're going to go far. The question is, can he take a hit? Right. How you doing, Kale? Good to see you, sweetie. Well, thank you. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. Yeah, I've told people about that. It has nothing to do with social stuff. This is why I felt you'll see some people will detransition and they will use it for a chance to make some type of statement. Okay, they will use that as a platform to attack other people that may consider themselves transgender or the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ++ community. And people say, where's your video discussing? That's precisely why I didn't put one up. Right? That's precisely why I didn't put one up. Yes, you must follow your own path. And you have to do stuff for your own reasons too. And just because something is right for you does not mean that it is inherently right for everybody else. Okay, that's why I didn't want to influence anybody else. Right? I think you have to, change comes from within. We know ourselves, no matter how many times people beat on us and tell a parent or tell a child, don't drink, or, don't drink or drive, or don't speed on the road. We know damn well the kids, a lot of kids are going to do what they're going to do, right? The way you learn is you internalize what you should have learned for externally, right? So that's the big difference between it, all right? So therefore, you're wasting your breath if you tell people don't do this or do that. Now, on the other side of the coin, does that mean that I like what society is doing these days? No, I don't have to like it. Right? The only thing I have required to do is respect individuals as individuals. But on the whole, I don't have to agree with things that I don't agree with. I'm not required to be a citizen of this country to go along with some flow that says this is the new order of things in the world. If it's an order that fits you, perfecto. I mean, in short order, we're going to have problems that are much bigger in scope than anything that has to do with gender identities and things like that. That will be far overshadowed. Few people remember in the 2008 housing crisis when the collapse came. Just at that point, we had, what did we have? Chandra Levy or whatever was the big news, and congressman, whatever, from the Central Valley, or whomever. And that was immediately forgotten. That was the talk of the town. Right? And it was totally wiped off the map. I don't know whether it was 9/11 or what. I don't know exactly remember when it was, but remember all that Chandra Levy and all that nonsense in Washington, D.C. and stuff like that. All right. Let's see if I missed yeah, open heart. It's important, right? We're not vested. We bought our hands before the cornhole. Absolutely, honey. Kale, you, honey, in the South, we call you, honey, you're sitting in high cotton. My grandmother would say, you're sitting in high cotton, honey. Enjoy it. All right? That's the way it is down south. You're in high cotton up there. So when I don't like what's going on in the schools. I don't like, only in hey, Mew, how you doing? Only insofar as our stress used to be on academics And we had this profound change beginning with the internet and social media that redirected our efforts um, towards social issues in school. And what that means is, and people will complain about this later on. They will say, "Well, woo, our public schools. It's not fair that some people get to go to a private school, and they're so outperforming the rest of us, and we had public schooling and all that. You can't complain, okay? Right? There's people that want their kids to learn the academics and things, and then pick up their social order from somewhere else besides the internet or besides what passes for muster in a social context in the school now, right? So we're going to have even more differentiation in educational achievement here. It's going to be inevitable. So what does that do? It effectively opens the gap even wider between haves and have-nots. It's just like wedges that even further apart, which is sad. What are your ideas on the woke movement? I don't know. I mean, having a sense of responsibility for things in the past is great. Ownership, right? But I kind of veered when we started to pull down statues and things, Civil War stuff, and we started pulling names off. We lose our teaching moments. We lose the chance to point up to somebody who says, "Well, who was that?" Right? And you have a chance to tell a little bit of a story. You lose that. Okay, so history gets sunk deeper into the recesses of books and things that are written by people that have agendas in society. Okay, right? So when I decided to detransition, I said, you know what? There's never a point. I'm not going to do a video about it because I don't want to unduly influence anybody on the decision that I made. I'll talk about it on my live streams and things like that, but I don't feel I have any right to direct anybody's life. If I want to do any directing, I'll try to lead by example only. That's it. Which I think is the most powerful way to lead of all, and that's what I'm doing in the month of October. I'm going to be doing the fundraiser, Hey Joni, and I'm going to be asking people that haven't donated before. You'll see now I've turned off the super chat is turned off and the super sticker. It's not on the channel. You can't ask people to support and help if you're not willing to put any skin in the game. Gray hair is coming to get you. Oh, it already got that. I got all along the tips and everything. Jefferson T. Rowe, how are you? But I don't have solid. I have mixed. All right, but I don't think you can ask anybody for anything unless you're putting some skin in the game too. All right. So when they say, "Oh, we're in this together," yeah, we are literally in this together. Okay, and that's the way I stand on things. So I say again, and I'll say it every day, every time you feel inclined, just withhold that, put it in your coffee container, and just say, you know what, boo, it's down, it's pulling history down. We lose our talking points. I said that years ago. But see, I don't run the country. People end up doing as they want to do. And we know in society the pendulum swings too far one way and then it swings the other way. Right now we've had this weird dichotomy of radical conservatism and radical liberalism mixed together. So yeah, forget and repeat. But Kale, isn't that the human condition anyway? Why things never change? You can never change basic human nature. Right? And to expect that people are going to change is the ultimate folly, and that's why we continuously reinvent the circle, right, over and over and over. Well, I appreciate that, Cass. Thank you very much. But, giving opinions and telling people what they should do is not, even when I was living trans, I never was an advocate for anything. Because I know it has to come from in here and it can't come from out there. And unfortunately, too much of what we see today came into people, especially young kids from out here. Okay? Yes, circle keeps repeating it, always will. Right? Because human nature will never, ever change. Well, because that's the way that God designed us. Okay? Right? We're inclined at birth to be inclined towards the 7 capital vices, right, or whatever. What is the pride, lust, anger, covetousness, envy. What else? Envy and sloth. Those are the ones we have. We have gluttony too in there. My daughter catches up on history fast watching TikTok. Yeah. So that's kind of the way I feel about it. That lead by example if you're going to do anything. And I hope you're okay, Jeff. Don't be careful up on your roof, dude. I saw your video today of you gamboling up on your roof. Be careful. We ain't spring chickens, Jefferson. All right. Well, thank you, Kels. I appreciate that. Thank you, honey. I'm going to ask Kale here. I'm going to simplify my card again. I'm going to ask her if she still has her layout. I'm just going to have my link for the YouTube channels and for Instagram. That's going to be it. Treated others that I want to be triv. Be up there all night. Thanks for coming. I'm always watching you, Jeff. All your coins and your silver and your cleanings and stuff. Can we celebrate? Isn't October a remarkable month? It just switches people's psyche around to start getting used to that, to start getting ready for holiday time. The first time they go to put up a decoration in the month of October, and then it's what people we need to be able to smile and enjoy a little. We can't always be so serious in this country. Right, everything is such such a matter of direness now, and it's nice to just pull back and remember that we can have. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. I'll drop you an email. It's always good to see you. I already feel like I owe you a ton. I hate to put the touch on you again. I'm enjoying this. I think the weather's fantastic. When I get back from, I have a little time between the time I get back from Los Angeles and I go back to and I go to Las Vegas. I'm going to take that time to make a trip to Oakdale and then on to Sonora. Hey, Motor City, I hope to hear this, but Motors, thank you. Yeah, metal detecting too. It's all going to be coming. Let me finish this book up. That's the main thing. I owe you a lot, honey. I owe you a lot. Right? I owe you a lot. My book cover. Right. That was a weird book. It was totally. It had nothing. It was in a black. It was in a black jacket. There was nothing on it. The most unusual book ever published. Yeah, I'll take a hug. That'll be great. I don't know, Nikki. At my age, I'm awful realistic about things in life, right? It's great when you're younger to be wild-eyed. One of the things people do when they're young is they're experts at counting chickens before they're hatched and things. And I think we get older, we don't count anything until it's a full-grown chicken and in the pot. That's it. So everything pumpkin and apples. Yeah, thank you, Cass. Thank you. And I will be dressing on occasion too, so there will be times I'm dressing. It's your birthday. Why don't you be truthful about how old you are? No offense. I see you have another church fit. I can't think of a better way to get. Well, you're gonna love it. I got to get up on the ladder starting this Friday and start sealing gutters. So I got a singing for Catherine. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Catherine. Happy birthday to you. I love you to pieces. What a magnificent specimen of a woman she is. I just love her to pieces. Let's make sure we're charging here. The book is going to delight some people. It's going to offend people. You know, at times it's going to run very counter to the culture today. It's going to, in many ways, it's going to put a bullseye on my back, and in many ways, it's going to delight some people too. But in all and everything, it's an honest book. Hey, Justin, because it pulls together psychology, sociology, right, economics, theology, and philosophy all together under one roof. Thus, hopefully, bringing some value to the idea of a liberal arts education. Yeah. So, Catherine, happy birthday to you, honey. You are wonderful, and I'm having tuna. Am I having tuna? No, I'm having tuna tomorrow night. Tonight, I'm gonna have noodles, shrimp and noodles, because I cooked last night. So. That's all I can say. It's going to take a tremendous survey through psychology and through Freudian psychology and rather light explorations of communism and socialism, and pretty deep in philosophy and atheism and the existence of God, and the frontiers of science of the universe and science of the mind. And it's going to be a deep read, but I'm hoping it's going to be very readable. You know what I'm saying? I got a C in sociology. That's dang class. That's how I flunked Spanish the first time. I got a D right. Yeah, I love you, Catherine. You are wonderful. Because it was 8:15 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and God, I had to see Senora Vance at 8:15 in the morning. I was a very good-looking Spanish teacher, but I just wasn't up to it. We had well, you needed beautiful weather, Shimei, after that horrendous rain that you had. So that's the way the book's going to shake out, and the last chapter, of course, is going to be taking a look at the future and what's going to be probably coming down the pike as we move forward into the next 10 years or so. I never did what they had to do with numbers. Well, you're a person that's given to the creative side. Isn't that the beautiful thing about people? We have some people that I can't even draw a hand turkey, right? Yeah, how you doing, Terry? What's up? Yeah, they kicked today, but I guess I have to give the game ball to the defense, because the offense we still continue to sustain 3 more injuries here. It's the most injured team in football. That's why, yes, you got it, ma'am. Yes. My analytical, electrical mind and your endless creative talents, right? In a real swirl. In a real swirl. So that's a little bit on that. I think once again I'm targeting December 1st to be pretty much finished with all the rewrites and have all the 100 or so supporting documentations that are going to be needed for the work. It's a very, it has a lot of annotations. It has a lot of the supporting things. You can't just blow stuff out of your mouth without backing it up. All right, so that's a huge part of it, is making sure that we're sure of the ground. So it's, in many ways, it's more probably an academic sort of work than a pop culture work. It's not going to be like, right? What are some of the ones? I'm okay, you're okay, you're not so hot, whatever. Or whatever the book was called. I'm okay, you're okay, she's not so hot, right? Or whatever. In other words, I don't know if it was Jerry, whatever. He used to have Jerry. I don't know if it's the kind of book that he would understand if he read it or whatever, right? Let's see. I hope to meet you before I die. Well, Cass, I hope so too, honey. Don't talk about that stuff anyway. All right, you ain't going anywhere. All right. We never let go of people on here. All right. We lost Sunny Girl. We lost my friend DZ down in Vegas, which hurts me to no end. Because I look every time I go down to Vegas, I was always hoping I would be able to hang out with DZ, and I think Mr. Z thought the same thing too. Right. So value the people that you have in your life. You literally never know from one day to the next, right, what the future holds. Right? And you always want to make sure that you leave on the very best note, towards people that may depart this earth, that you don't have that terrible feeling of guilt and regret. Right? It's such a common feature of a lot of the transgender community that you have to burn bridges behind you in many cases. Right? And I've always said that that's because you might think you're transgender, and it's something that you may have thought about for years and torn over in your mind and swirled all around and up and down and in and out. But when you lay that bomb on your family, trust and believe it's a nuclear bomb, all right? And then you don't expect them to immediately jump up and throw their arms around you and tell you how much they love you and it's all great and you're wonderful and blah, 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 blah. That's a very false expectation. They need just as much time to transition as you had. All right, and I think that's a huge failing of the community. Is we want, right, instant. Well, they didn't agree, so I don't talk to my mom, and yet they harp on it all the time. Every time they're like, no, I don't get along with my mom, and she had turned my back, and I don't talk to her anymore because she, and it's just, yeah, and it's a big thing. And this is one reason that very few people ever make it in the long haul. And it's another reason I worry very much about the future. Because, they'll come out now and the trans advocates will say, studies show that people are satisfied to transition, and one out of every two people that doesn't transition has tried to commit, to do away with themselves or something like that. To which I answer, well, where was this phenomenon in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s? I mean, what's new, right? And what's new is for social media. That's what's new, all right? That's the new thing in the whole process. So even though a self-serving survey may say, oh, it's great, let's say you're a 18-year-old woman and you're all excited you could get your double mastectomy and you could start taking your male hormones and you can start growing your beard and living your life and being male and all that stuff. Well, why shouldn't you be happy in a survey? It's like a kid, hey, I got a Christmas stocking, are you happy or not? Well, shit, yeah, I'm happy, right? I got what I wanted. But I'm afraid that happiness is measured over the long haul, right? How is that same woman going to feel now living as a man when she's maybe can't get a functional relationship going, and maybe feels lost in the sauce when she hits 28 years old and then 38 years old, and life is long, and we just leverage so much of our future for what we think will make us happy right now. This is a great fear of mine, and this is what I personally pray for when I turn to the Lord every day, and I pray that people are making decisions that will make them happy over the long haul. I have some concerns. I've seen some people just mentally struggle, and I'm also concerned that so many people in the trans community are also dealing with psychological issues too. Right? There's a lot of depressions and other things, and it just makes you kind of it makes you kind of a sitting duck for any ideas that come down the road that might make you think that you could relieve your have this problem lifted from you. I do no money and material. Absolutely not. All we have to do is look at YouTube and see the effects, the pernicious effects that a chase for money has on people. Right? It begins to lead to more and more. It goes either two ways. People become more creative, right, and do better, or yeah, well, thank you, Larson. I'm not sure about that. Or people become more deviant in their behavior and more guided towards the dollars and things, and doing activities that are solely for the generation of income and money. Right? There's no passion for the subject matter. There's no other motivation except for money. This is one of the reasons I had a big problem with channel memberships and things, and Patreons, and those type of things. You'll notice when people introduce those vehicles, then you'll notice that creativity starts to decline on the channel. Right? Because people just feel like, well, I've got a regular source of income as long as I keep the people renewing or doing Patreons or channel memberships, then, well, I just keep things going. And I think that blunts creativity tremendously. I think you have to be a little hungry when you're in this kind of realm to keep the content coming and keep doing things because you want to do them. Gender, have you ever? No, you think you just let kids do it? Yeah. There's and I'm putting this in my book. There was a gender counselor that was working for. This is not collectively. I do not hang with any community. They do not collect. The point was to be stealth, and I was this before they commercial. Well, that's what I'm saying. Exploring infinity. There was much more substance to decisions before. Back when I first started goofing around in 2000. And then went full-time in 2011, there wasn't the social media. It was just starting up, right? And then I saw a 5,000% increase in young women that are claiming to have gender identity issues. And I thought, well, there's a little bit of a problem, right? Explain that one away. That's exactly why I never did a video exploring, because I didn't want to unduly influence anybody that, I hate the term truly trans, but we see that term a lot in the trans community. I didn't want to, it's not my place to influence. It's not my place to judge anybody. I can worry about the trends for the future and the people that are just doing it because of psychological relief that may have other underlying mental issues, challenges, and the people that really are trans are going to be the people that go through, right? Getting fed day in and day out. So that's what I'm saying, Larson. And then when you have the schools start to buy into that, and then beyond that, the schools start to shut the door on parents. It's almost like, this is what I talk about. We live in the most Marxist nation in the world now, that Marx's greatest hope in the world was that men and women would battle each other and that families would be torn apart. So the schools come in and they put up barriers to parents knowing about it. You can't get a tattoo, right? You can't join the military, but you can undergo gender counseling and possibly puberty blockers and things like that without your parents even having to consent to it. And I say again, what does a 14 or 15-year-old know? Oh, they know all about them. Who knows better than they about themselves? Really? Shit, thank goodness I'm not the same asshole I was at 13 and 14. Right? I mean, holy smokes. There's no way. How you doing, Lee? Right? I mean, I can't, I shudder when I think of the crazy shit that I believed. Contraception, that's what I mean. But you know what, Kale? You know how to write. You know how to read. Larson said, I'm 100% support who are struggling with mental health. But you're not allowed to talk about it. So I thought that was a strange change. That was a strange twist in the road. And I'm very aware because I was in special education, not on the student side, but on the training side. I came up 8 credits short because I went into the medical field and it paid much better. Hey, Magic Art. So I was like 8 credits short of my degree. I spent tons of times, whole semesters in classrooms and stuff like that. And being around teachers and knowing the system inside out. Individual educational plans, IEPs, writing them and developing and talking to parents and things like that. And I noticed around 2005 to 2010, a lot of schooling became more about social issues than about academics. Right? When I was in school, sex changes were a joke among kids. No one thought to come out, so it would have been endless bullying. Yeah, they seem to encourage it, yeah. So even though they're going to do surveys and they're going to ask people if you're happy with the decision, Sweden did a study, and they did a longer term study, and the unhappiness seems to grow as if you don't do it for the right motivations as you get older. Because we always think that we're gonna have that ideal. Whenever people transition, they're always transitioning to an ideal, what they think they're going to be. Yeah, we could talk about this for hours. I know. I cut my teeth on writing IEPs and oh boy. And like I said, I just came up short at Sonoma State, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the work. I wanted to go into moderate to severe because I didn't want to deal with mild to moderate, just behavioral problems. In other words, you're just being a parent, you have to do the heavy lifting for parents that refuse to discipline or work with their kids. And I didn't like that, right? I wanted to work with people that were really, truly, profoundly disabled. You get a C, B minus, and drop and try a different teacher. So I think, of course, when you get what you want in the short run, of course you're going to be happy, right? But our lives have many more years ahead of them when you're 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, and you expect to have, you think your world is going to automatically all change for the better, right? And you find out the relationships are very difficult to establish, and that people have different goals, right? And then we've tried to move society's concept, and I don't know if exploring, but to me, when you transition male to female, you're not a woman. Okay, you're a trans woman. Like I'm not talking about you in particular. It doesn't matter how close we get, right? We're not lifting ourselves up. We're starting to pull women down at that point and making them something that they're not. This is why we have this turf, starting to have cisgendered females pushing back against trans women and all that kind of stuff. We see it in locker rooms, and just because a person declares themselves to be a female before any treatments or anything, that they can walk into a woman's changing room and without any, right? what do you, they call it TERF, trans exclusionary radical feminism. I mean, if you're opposed to it, then you're a TERF, trans exclusionary radical feminist. So we cannot have just a blurred distinction between that, right? Right, there's things that, hormones and therapies, they'll never close the gap. We'll never really think as a woman thinks, and have the same emotional composition of women, and it debases women to think that that's going to happen, right? I mean, it's the latest frontier in pushing, and a lot of times, people don't like that because I say, "Can you see DNA?" Well, it's, so the most unfortunate is that if you're trying yes, I mean, especially if you're female to male, once you click on the beard growth, and I've known a person in years ago that male to female, that married a female to male, and their life has just been nothing but a colossal clusterfuck, up and down, and she's transitioned back to male several times, and it's almost like they're living lives out in misery, right? Striking out against people that have issues, sometimes turning back to the Lord, sometimes turning against the Lord. There's just, I think, so much of it. There's real underlying emotional and psychological issues here, right? Right, and I've said in the book I'm writing that we cannot discount the forces of the demonic, right, and the infestation of social media as a weapon of destruction for humanity, and it's certainly proving to be that. All right, I just dare to say it. Marshall McLuhan, the great Canadian philosopher, who said media is the message, said the demonic is on mass media is on a road to destroy truth, and it's very true. Hey, Rev Low, how you doing? So I can't discount the people that stand up for in opposition of some of this stuff too, right? Right. I don't think it's automatically a good thing if guys that are dressed as women go into elementary schools and kindergartens, first, second grade, and expose kids to that. It just puts confusion in kids' minds that wouldn't naturally be there, right? It's induced, right? It's induced. I don't know what you'd call it. Yeah, when you turn 18, man, you're on your own. That's it. So I say let kids be kids until they're 18. Right? But that's not enough to satisfy, we have this protect trans kids' rights. Well, what rights do trans kids have, right? But you're labeled a fascist and a gatekeeper if you stand up. Do you feel that way about drag queen story? Yeah, I do. I don't know what the purpose of it is, except to normalize the unusual, right? And as my book says, there's a female author. She does TED Talks, male to female, Paula Stone Williams. She's a minister in Denver, Colorado. She gave a talk, and she just came out right there and said, if you want to influence people, you influence people through television and media. Right? What changed people's minds about prejudice and things like that? Well, all in the family did. Right? They purposely showed Archie Bunker acting a certain way so that they could make a statement about things like that, and She said the way you make transgenderism more mainstream, you don't make stories written, and she's teaching Hollywood writers how to influence people. You don't put transgender people as the focus of the story. You put them as incidental characters in the story. Right? You don't focus on them, and that way you normalize it in society. So I thought to myself, well, that's pretty slick, you know? And I put that into my book and so, okay, now I got somebody that's a real big hitter that's come out and said kind of what I believe, that it's all about influence and changing society as you want it, right? And traditionalism has no place in a place like that, right? That's what we call postmodernism. We're in a postmodern world. I thought to myself, bingo, you're having seminars teaching Hollywood writers how to normalize things today. So I'm deathly worried about young people today that are satisfied in the short run. I'm kind of worried about that. I'll be totally and completely honest. That's where my real fear lies. Hey, Duncan, because if you go into this with any kind of depression or mental challenge, psychological challenge, and that happiness may wear off, right? And then you're in a double bind. Then you're really, really in a bad way. I'm not sure, James. I've never really seen. I've heard about it before, but I just thought, shit. I want to make sure. When my girls are in school, I wanted to make sure that they did their homework and I checked their writing and read. Hey, Charles, and as soon as they were, 8 months old, to prop them up between pillows on the couch to have reading time and all that. I mean, I never thought about sexual. Gender identity and sexuality and things like that, and I think to myself, how did we not think about this for 5,800 years or whatever? How did we escape this? What changed in the world? What changed in the world is social media. That's what changed. A tool for change in everybody's hand. I think it's very good. If you feel like the other you must be that, only that forever. Be in between. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like I say, when you're 18, and I mean, even if you're a kid, man, if you wanna get pink hair, or you want blue hair, or you want to get your head shaved, and you want to live as a guy, or you want to dress in a skirt if you're a guy, and think, hey, man, go for it. Right? You want to wear fingernails and lipstick. And, hey, man, knock yourself out. Right? Yeah, Jimmy Carter's 99 today. How about that? On the same birthday as Catherine. I say, by all means, live it up. Right? Right? And then they find like half the kids when they reach 18 or whether they don't have any interest in transitioning anymore. All right. So that's mainly what I'm concerned about is the happiness that people experience today indoors over the long haul. I think that's absolutely critical. Kids are responsible. I've told you, Kale, we live in the most Marxist nation in the history of the world. We have government involved in every aspect, from daycare, funding daycare, to income for unearned income supplements, to school lunches, to student loans, to housing, to medicine. They're involved in everything. All right. So, right, and you put your kids, what's the common link for all of these mass shooters? They were all products of daycare. Okay, we were living under, yes, it's just saying, it's you know, it's a society that no longer feels like the people have the ability to direct their own lives. Hey, Laura, how are you, honey? And that's a bad place to be. That's a bad place to be. You know, so paganism gives way to barbarism. Even start having it spread to the female population. They're pulling out more and more female teachers that are sleeping with their underage students and stuff. It's a real new phenomenon. I think when they say 1 out of every 3 porn accounts belongs to women now, and it's all, this has been a radical change. Now, women used to be the real drivers of morality in society. Many, of course, still are, but I'm saying there's been profound changes here. So that's one of the big markers of a pagan society. Don't you think eventually swing the other way though? No, I don't think things ever swing the other way until they reach untenable extremes. I got a book, Multiculturalism in the Politics of Guilt. Yeah. I keep asking everybody, what's the force to turn things, and nobody's been able to identify any force. What we have is elements within society that are being compressed, that are feeling enraged. And what happens when the thin blue line starts to recede? These people are going to come out of the woodwork and they're going to lay waste to people. Right? They're going to feel like this is what destroyed this country. All right. Yeah, it's not going to change it, right? There's no force to change it. There's no impetus to change it. Things just degrade. It's like the French Revolution. The revolution that should never even have happened just turned into the bloodbath of the reign of terror and all that. And we think because we're in 2023 that this could never happen in the world today. Forgetting that Nazi atrocities were committed less than 100 years ago. Don't ever underestimate the inclination towards evil of human beings, the natural inclination. So anybody that doubts the force of demonic in life, you got another thing coming. So I don't know if Shemai's here or Ronnie. You can put the standard disclaimer. It's yeah, Khmer Rouge. I could just go down a Pol Pot regime. I could just go down example. Yes, people are naturally inclined towards evil, of course. Right? All the capital vices. That's by design. Yeah, the Stanford prison experiment. Thank you, Shemai. There's my disclaimer. These are strictly my opinions, and I never, people ask me and I say it, but I never get up there and tell other people what to think or do. Some of the politicians. I'm the one that requested it, Amanda. Because I have that much thoughtfulness for other people. All right. I'm one person with one mind. Ooh, I don't know, Jeff. Rocky Horror Picture Show is old news, dude. It wouldn't even move the needle today, right? It wouldn't even be popular today, right? Just as a little bit of a lark, right? That's just tame. That's vanilla shit, man. That's nothing anymore, right? It's like playing Night of the Living Dead is a horror movie. I mean, we've got Saw 10, right? Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I mean, look at the trailers for that. Hey, Amelia, how you doing? Oh, ah, yeah. I always put disclaimers out because one person, one voice, one opinion. You sort of, well, I do think about other people. I'm concerned, having been lived as I've lived life from both sides now for a long time, right? Yeah, guess who's coming to dinner? Wouldn't even move the needle, right? Yeah, well, Saw 10 is a real barn burner. If you are smart, invest in Shiba, Litecoin, and get rich like that. Not financial advice. Do as you wish. It's going to take a long time to generate the interest and enthusiasm that Bitcoin had when it was dominating the Super Bowl advertisements. It's going to be a it's going to be a long winter. A very long winter. You just don't have the psychological uplift. Right? You need massive publicity to push really big bull markets, and I think if anything, silver and gold are much more poised for explosive movement than Bitcoin. Uh, uh, do you have regrets? No, I don't. I don't have any regrets. But mine was not the type to transition that was comes from somebody. So, oh, hey Kelly, yeah, that comes from feeling like I was trans since a kid and wearing dresses and playing with dolls and easy bake ovens. I was smashing people's faces in, and I mean, all right, let's be honest, right? uh, uh, it's what they call late onset gender dysphoria. 3-1's okay, Callie, considering half the team's hobbling around on crutches on the sidelines, and we added 3 more today. Yeah, it's okay. Right. Yeah, Amelia, I was just a tough, husky, pretty wild kid. I mean, right? I feel like I was one of the early people influenced by social media and stuff. Hey, Queen. No, never, never, Larson, never. I was about as masculine and trans as you could be. I mean, look at it. Vintage audio out there hacking bushes and landscaping and swinging pickaxes. I mean, what the hell, pulling electrical wire, right, framing and drywall and all that stuff. It's probably something very controversial they call autogynephilia, which is the love of the thought of yourself as a woman. They find that it's a very controversial theory. It came out in like the 90s, Blanchard, and it helped explain a lot about late onset, his theory about why it would hit men at a certain age and stuff. So it's really kind of more in his mind, more of a psychological issue. So it's very interesting. This chat's not advancing. That was a cool book for you to write. Which one, Queen? Uh, oh, a cow pond. What the hell are you talking about, Jeff? Holy shit. uh, I don't think you had a very typical Kansian upbringing there, Jeff. I think your father being a rather well-known architect, our children's has an entire building for transitioning started. I don't know. Transitioning it to, I don't know. Oh, I don't know, Queen. Who would care these days? It would be a little pipsqueak of a peep in a hurricane of a symphony of noise. Right. Yeah, that's it, Shimei. And that's a word that they hate to hear in the trans community today. They hate that word. Because that pulls things to sexuality, and that's like a no-no. So when kids go in for counseling today, they already know on social media the things that they need to say to get advanced in the program, and that's another failure of it. I lived in a suburb quarter mile. That's what I'm saying, Jeff. Right. I remember you toured us around one of the places that your father designed that had the indoor pool and all that. I remember that like yesterday. No, I don't. I think it's a reality. It's very driven by pornography. No, I think there's a lot of truth to it.
Is there a dog store?
I'm not sure what a cow. I guess that's where the cows go to drink. I'm not sure. We'll just agree to disagree on that, exploring. Yeah, if you don't know Jefferson T. Rowe, he has a very unusual life, right? I wouldn't. I don't know. Oh, Laura, you're so sweet, honey. Dad got that indoor pool for 13K. Now, no way today, Jeff. uh, Jefferson T. Rowe, a life well lived. How's Trent doing, by the way? But for me, my happiness now is being back to where I think I need to be. That's what makes me happy, without leaving a trail of disaster in my wake. Could you comment on two girls from the same father, different moms being trans? I don't know if I can. I'm just saying, where was all this stuff in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, right? When TikTok came around in 2015, that's when things really took off. Okay, that's when the influence really grew. When they had Jazz, my name is Jazz Jennings, and right, and things like that's what put it out in people's minds when being transgender went mainstream. That's when it really started to influence people's minds and become more mainstream in society. Just done in secrecy. Yeah, I'm sure, Queen. I'm sure, honey. Glad I did what I did when I'm. Yeah, I mean that's good, and I'm glad you're happy. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not really sure. I don't really follow Jazz Jennings, but life is measured in terms of decades, not really the years and things like that. And you have to watch people very carefully. If you're family, you're going to be very worried about this young lady or trans woman's future. You're going to be very nervous about, hoping that she stays stable and okay. And oh, let's hope she doesn't go off the rails or something. And I mean, I just worry. Oh, yeah, you do some extreme thing on it. It wasn't until this year you cleaned it up. Well, I didn't do that much extreme on mainstream social media because places like YouTube and stuff like that didn't allow it, MR. So there was a natural limit to that. I actually plan on going male presenting for a while when I travel again. Well, I said, well, just as long as you're happy, that's great. And as far as my influence was tiny, and nobody in mainstream trans has ever heard of me. I'm a fart in a windstorm compared to the Blair Whites and the people like that. I didn't consider myself an influencer now, and I certainly don't consider myself an influencer. I didn't consider myself an influencer then, and I don't consider myself an influencer now. Oh, I never. Oh, I've abhorred the label of influencer. I've run from that. Yeah, that's right, Adam. Right. Just back in accept. It's not a question of accepted, but it was a question. There wasn't anything to. No, I didn't do anything wrong on YouTube. It was all within the bounds of acceptability. Hey, Olive. But we didn't have it near the extent that, a 5,000% increase in young women and adolescents considering themselves gender questioning. It was unknown. And for anybody to claim that social media has no bearing on that, it's a lie. It's a lie. Oh, well, thank you. Getting a little long again, so a couple more weeks I'll be doing it up. Well, it used to be that it was a pretty even balance between, but now the female to male has skyrocketed relative to the point that they had to close down the Tavistock Gender Clinic in the UK because they were just pushing people through. They were pushing kids through like a mill. And there's a gal on YouTube that was a gender counselor back in 2010 through 2020. She said the whole thing changed. You had to live a year real life. You had to dress and live a life the opposite gender before you could even get hormones. She said all those barriers got taken down. It became good money. And the counseling just collapsed. Caitlyn Jenner was why go public soon before her family. I have no idea, Amelia, because we get head up, right? Do I think Caitlyn Jenner is happy today? No, I don't. I don't think she's happy. Truth be told. I think if she could go back in time and redo it, I think she would have made a different decision. But we never know what grabs our mind at that time, right? Right. We never know what grabs us at that moment. Yeah, Skunk, I hope you're doing better. No, I don't think she's happy. I mean, you have to live with the consequences of decisions. And they're played out over the long run. They're not played out over a period of 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I broke those barriers and I found a doctor willing to sign on. Yeah, that's cool. I think I've worn heels like 3 times. That was it. That's right. Happiness comes from within. Right? You can't live another person's game. You may think that what you see will bring you happiness, but you cannot really know for the long run. Read my post. Let me scroll up, skunk. Shit, I hope it's nothing bad. Shit, let me see. We love skunk. I don't think I'm ever getting it. I just found out. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. We're going to hope you get out of there. I have a God bless you, Skunk Ape. We love you. All right. I'm going to definitely say some prayers for you, my friend. And don't give up ship, okay? Gas range, I have a Fisher Paykel 5-burner stove. It's a professional restaurant stove. It's just a big click. Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. Oh, Amanda. Yeah, she was very settled and happy. But again, the trigger point for her was watching a show when she was in Germany that highlighted 4 different people, 2 male to female and 2 female to male. Because she said, I didn't even know such a thing was, no, maybe it was in the United States. She said, I didn't even know such a thing was possible. And then boom, within a year and a half, she was completed. So, but she'll tell you, growing up, she was always dressing in, fingernails and all kinds of things. So that's why I say I'm very averse to telling other people what to do, unless they're under the age of 18. I need a restaurant grade stove. I can make really good. You just need a I mean, I've cooked out tremendous meals with just 1 burner. Gotta go. Well, take care, Infinity, and God bless you, honey. Whatever goes on in your life, I'm happy for you. It's really cool. I'm very happy. Thank you for coming in. I wish you all the best. Oh, under 18, I say, here, get all the skirts you want, wear your blouses, wear your frilly socks and shoes, get your hair dyed pink, put a bone in your nose if you want, right? Go for it, right? Do it up, man. Hey, Angus, do it up. Get a taste of what it's like. Go for it, right? See how it goes. And then if you become 18 and you want to do that stuff, I'll caution you once again, but beyond that, right. I don't think, Adam, it's practical for you to carry around a stove. You're gonna have to leave. Pansexual is not the same as bi. I'm not sure what that means or where that came from. I'm not even sure what you're talking about, double shot. Nobody's even talking about pansexuality or anything. Are you in the right chat? Anybody talking about pansexuality? Wear a skirt, and then maybe I could. We don't block people for talking here. I left you a place of where to get a job. Allegiance is hiring in Phoenix day laborers. irritating when people make their yeah, just I don't know where that came from. I'm just having noodles tonight because I cooked a fancy soup last night. Yeah, I have no idea where that came from. Just out of the blue. I mean, I don't even think we were talking about pansexuality or anything. Did anybody else talk about it? I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll just be left hanging on that one. I have no idea. I'm welcome to everybody with ideas here, but it does not mean I don't have the right to express my own. What's been your fondest memory of church that you can comfortably share? I guess returning to church. Laura, I guess that's been the greatest thing. That has so leveled me out and made me incredibly happy these days. I brought it up because people buy. Oh, I don't know, James. That's so far above my pay grade, but I don't think that double shot should have. Just say I just have a difference of opinion. That's all. All right, that's cool. Double shot, you're welcome. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll be totally honest. I don't understand all that. I never looked into it before. My band's all right. I got to lighten the weight to get better gas mileage, though. Now we're paying an arm and a butt. This chat is keeping me good. You hate me for cleaning. What does that say? Cleaning coin. What are you keeping? Hey, thank you, Raquel. Yeah, we went on a morning walk today. I'm going to do more day live streams and things. I've had a lot of requests. People are like, man, we used to cook breakfast with all kinds of stuff. Let's get it going on. I hear you. Need to explain I never understood why when sexuality became the point of despair in civilization and in Western culture. I don't know. I mean, it used to be something that people would, keep to themselves. Now it's become a point of pride, as if it would be the equivalent as if society started tattooing our IQ number on our forehead or something. If and when you come to Florida, I've got a great contemporary church to take you. Would love you. Okay, honey. It's a deal. More on my side. Yeah, it's a sign of a late culture is a rise of paganism. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, the hallmarks of paganism is number one, polytheism or a belief in no God at all. That's number one. Number two is a rise in nudity. And number three is a child sacrifice, which we certainly have. And number four is a rising tide of violence in society. Those are four big traditional markers of pagan society. It's cresting over into barbarism. In other words, a culture of death, where instead of God deciding who lives and dies, we decide. It is a scary world, Larson. And you also said love of, also love of nature too. Thank you. Yeah, the outsized love of nature. Yeah, thank you, Amanda. So, thank you. Satanism is a religion in the sense that it has atheists as their disciples. It has its own doctrines. So in a lot of ways, yes, it is a faith. It's a faith in humanity. these Teslas back up. They sound like spaceships. Ooh, like these buses now. Ooh, that should be back up to see if she answers. You're all right, Adam. You have a lot of friends in here. People want the best of you. Boy, BF and Pan are now. I'm no longer supporting this chat. Block me. Stop spreading false block. I don't know what double shot's on about. Hey, Monkey Boy, how are you? We don't block people in here. You're welcome to unsub if you want, but I don't see anything to block. People expressed an opinion. This is, it's just indicative of society today. We give no credence to anybody else with a different idea than we have. Right? It becomes an arguing point instead of saying, you have your opinion and I have mine. Yeah, nobody's ever been afraid to ask a question. Everybody's respected here. We just do things with a high degree of civility. I can just say it's been a pleasure having you in the chats, and I'm sorry that you feel the way you do, but I do wish you all the best in life. Nobody's cheering for the unhappiness of anybody. How have you been, Monkey Boy? Good to see you. I should be down at the end of the month. Let's see, this show called Life is all about we are all this is one big school for all bunch of fools. Hey, destination. Shit, I guess that kind of bottom lined it, didn't it? Boy, you just kind of like bing. Yeah, it takes a lot to respect a difference of opinion these days, and we've lost that common ground of that commonality of the acceptance of opinions and things. Faith, hope, and love. The greatest of these is love. It's exactly what I've written about in my book. We lose the sense to cooperate and to get along. So we split ourselves into tribes willingly. Ooh. I don't know why these parking guys run around. There's no meters over here on Sunday. Why do they do that? I don't know. Listen to that car. Gotta wait there a minute until people are watching. How you doing, Desert? What's going on? Once again, we will continue to welcome everybody here, no matter what the diversity of opinion. But please respect the opinion of others too, as I do in here. And I've never blocked anybody for having a difference of opinion in all the 10 and a half years I've been on YouTube. When you said Allegiance is hiring, it is exactly Allegiant. It's not in the, I gave you this, it's on, you can check the comment under his video. You can see where it is. It's in Phoenix. Yeah, glad to have everybody here, exactly. But I can't put a feather bed cushion under everybody's feelings in here, and it's not my job, right? The sign of the sign of mature conversation is the ability to express opinions without without emotional disturbance and stuff. There was one guy, I don't know if anybody remembers, I don't know if Joni was there. We had one guy in the early RV community, I can't remember his name. And he came out like in 2015 and said, 2015 or 16, he said, I'm pansexual. And that was the first time I'd ever heard of it. I didn't know. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, I think if we have the most staunch conservative Republican and the most liberal Democrats here, we can certainly, and they can get along well. I think we can take pride in the chat. Doggone. Everybody's a tough guy these days. You had to give him the old goat head. I had to give him the old goat head. How you doing, Robert? Good to see you. Robert Mack, nice to see you. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up button. We got a little deeper than I thought we'd get tonight, but people seem to enjoy it for the most part, so that's a good thing. Honesty is always the best policy. There's that 300. Boom. Yeah, well, I don't think you know what my politics are. I've never discussed them on here, to tell you the truth. It may surprise you. I consider myself a very down-the-center moderate. Cash, did you see that? I mean, that guy like, woo. Everybody's got to be a tough guy, right? I pride myself on being a very moderate person. I think when you're a moderate person, you can keep an open mind for all arguments. That's why if I click on check out Fox News's website, then I go ahead and click on CNN. Yeah, they drive pretty bad here too. I've never said I like the governor. I think that the governor is a populist, as most politicians are. I think his attention is focused on social issues. I think it needs to be focused on, we can't just continuously raise taxes in this state. So there's a lot of things that I don't care about. Hey, Kelly. Should always take pride in your family. All right, here we are. We don't have much sunlight left. All right. So we're going to have to make the most of it. Let's get moving. Let's get moving and grooving. The leaves are falling. That's one park you don't want to be in after hours over there. Let's get a wide angle here. Oh man. CBD gummy bears. Damn, man. Could you imagine if a kid just came along here and picked this up? You got to be kidding me. That's the elementary school right over there. Zero conscience. Zero conscience. I'm not going to leave this there. Yeah, it is. Yeah, one of my favorite months too. But I guess these days I just believe anything. I'm not sure what it is. Industrial hemp. I don't know, whatever it is, but I don't think it should be across the street from the elementary school. I think it's pretty thoughtless. Pretty soon they'll be having the lighted Christmas parade down here. That's always cool. But yeah, I'm throwing away. But one year they hit the electric wire overhead and they had to cancel it or something. The next, they had to stop it. Yeah, I don't understand it, right? What's a kid gonna do? Come along and see that? And it's crazy. Just like leaving all these bottles here. Just like I said, conscience in today's world is on life support. House of Courvoisier Cognac. I don't know what this is. No, I don't think a kid could have gotten this. Yeah, I'm going to try to find a trash can. We don't have many here. Well, thank you very much, Charlotte. It's kind of unknown to me, but Double Shot seemed to be offended by it, which is a shame, because I like Double Shot. I don't know, but I don't think it belongs outside of elementary school. Man, there's the Caprice Classic. I had this in the maroon. Man, I love this car. This thing just floated down the road. Just floated. Oh, it's got CBD or something. Thank you, Charla. I appreciate that. I really love mine. I really love. You sound some meth. I have no idea, Kelly. I never looked into it. But we need to be a little more understanding in chat. We can't just go hauling off because somebody says something. Right? We give people a chance. How are people going to get educated if people don't educate them? All right, we took care of that. Man, I remember they had the December party. This was so cool here. They had a bar set up. They had a band over here on the stage. That was so cool. Seems like a million years ago. Seems like a million years ago. Hey, champ. Man, I loved my Caprice. It's a 92. I loved it. I bought it used. Got a good price. The only negative thing, the air conditioner went out on it. Is my June in here? Hey, Dari D, how you doing tonight? Sunset in the hood. Well, we have a difference of opinion, but we've never had anybody get conflicted here about stuff. Till tonight, we've always prided ourselves on how well we get along in the chat. No matter what the diversity of the ideas, I don't have all the answers. I'm as open to education as the next person. But I can't get educated if people just leave. Right. Juilliard Park. That's not the same as Juilliard in New York. Happy October. Boy, it gets dark so early now. Well, there's really not much to troll here. I mean, there's a lot of honesty on this channel. There's a lot of diversity. I've never had anybody say I can't express my opinions here. Or, like I said, we have rabid Republicans, we have rabid Democrats, and all are welcome. It's really nice that nobody ever wrecked this thing. It's been here a long time. It's withstood the vagaries. That's a really old school house. Yeah, the leaves are changing color. It's getting cold though. I'm gonna have to change into a heavier sweatshirt. Naomi was here earlier. She's around. Some rookie victims. Nobody at the Mexican restaurant at all. Nobody at the convenience store. This is the first time I've ever seen this parking lot totally empty. Don't tell me Dirk's Parkside Cafe is closed over here. No, I see chairs sitting outside. Yeah, it's still open. I was getting a little worried. It's funny, this Astro Motel here, they did all this restoration work on the hotel, and they turned it, they weren't making money on overnight guests, so they turned it over to the city. And you guys remember there used to be security guards here and block people from going in and out. Well, it turns out that the homeless people absolutely trashed the place. Right? And then they ended up, the city had to go back and pay all this damages and stuff. Crazy. Well, it's the first time I've seen nobody there at all. Man, that's so weird. Of course, it is Sunday night. Well, yeah, I mean, the city doesn't really care. It's not coming out of the mayor's pocket or the city council. Just in case you guys wondered where we are. There you go. This used to be the old Greyhound station. There's a place the guy pulled a shotgun on me when it used to be a hotel motel over there. Thought, well, that's a fine how do you do. All right, it's getting cold. That sun's gone down. We're chasing the light. All right, looks like the church door's open. I don't know if anybody's around. Should we be nosy? Weird. I guess it's an office. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be stupid and just Go busting in the door there. Oh, it's getting windy and cold. That western wind is blowing. Yeah, something, huh, Ronnie? Welcome to California. Let's see what's going on at the Peace and Justice Center. Let's see what's coming up. Little bungalows. This is real California style homes. 81 in Texas. I heard you guys need rain real bad. I saw where the Mississippi, the salt is intruding up the Mississippi now. They're having to raise the level of the salt barrier. Since 1920, amazing how it gets dark so early now. Jefferson T. Rowe. Yeah, I figured people would give you a lot of problem about cleaning coins and cleaning silver and stuff. But I always said it's your stuff. Do what the hell you want with it. Look at the hands coming up out of there. Right. They got their Halloween stuff up. I'm going to wait till I get back from LA to decorate. Hi Vicky, how are you, sweetie? What the heck is this? Another hand of doom, or what is this? I don't know. Quadrumane. This is the Peace and Justice Center. Wow, they got all their stuff up, huh? I don't see anything coming up at the Peace and Justice. Yeah, I love being nosy. Look at these geraniums, they just winter over. Just get bigger and bigger and bigger. There's the Redbird Bakery. I don't think I could do bakery getting up at 4 a.m. or right, time to make the donuts. Time to make the donuts. I think I'm done cutting for the season. No, I don't want to get up at 2:30 a.m. I got up at 5 a.m. enough years on YouTube. The first 8 years, that was enough. That was enough for me. See what comes along in the way of post office. See what kind of hiring we're doing for the holidays. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Say hello to folks you know. That's what Bobby used to get up and be at work at 3 a.m. in the morning delivering milk in San Francisco. There's the Spinster Sisters. I'm surprised they're not open on Sunday. Missing cats. Okie is a tabby. Let's see what's at the library here. Yeah, there's the Spinster Sisters. I wonder how they're doing. That's the only place at MB in Belgium. She said, oh, you got to go try Spinster Sisters restaurant. It seemed kind of expensive to me. Isn't that amazing? She heard it out all the way in Belgium. The Democrat Party headquarters. Where Amanda Hug and Kiss likes to check out what's a good read in here. The world as it is. Oh, look at that. We still got it. Oh, we got to do the Christmas Carol reading this year. Marley was dead to begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. Old Marley was as dead as a doornail. That's it. It was a cold and frosty night in London. Ah. Oh Lord, hey Blonde, don't tell me Anton Smith has made the scene. I wonder what they're doing over here. I don't know. Surprised nobody's ripped off the hose. See how big these geraniums get? Just get monster size. Mine are really weird looking out front. I don't know. This is rosemary. It's nice to sit out here. They get the heaters. Doggone, it doesn't look like they water anything around here. Oh yeah, okay Kelly, I got you. Yeah, I know we got very unsettled weather. They were talking, weren't you, Justin? Weren't you telling me about the potential for snow in the hills? Is that what you were telling me? 'Cause let me tell you, people think Vegas doesn't get cold. You got another thing coming, and that wind blows. You can have a 20 degree wind chill. Let's see. Oysters in a half shell, $24 for a half a dozen. Wow. Smoked beef carpaccio, lamb meatballs, silver sky pan roasted chicken thighs, $29. Yeah, we'll get that for all. I had some snow. You can see one of my shorts last year. Kelly, March and April were horrendous. Cold, always windy. We just had recurrent surge of the winter monsoon coming and just always keep the temperature down. Everybody's like, well, you never close your door to the house. Yeah, we don't. Right. We need to acclimate ourselves to the weather. Oh, wow, these people already get, this is this cool Japanese style house. They've already got their decorations up. They tore all this road for the highway here. That's going to be cool when that's all lit up. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, well, it's above my pay grade, but doggone, I like the chicken the way I make it. So that's why I don't eat out too much. Although, I will say, and I think everybody will agree with me, that In-N-Out is tremendous value. I'm not quite sure I'd leave a saw blade sitting here. Give some people some crazy ideas. See, nothing gets watered here. Anton, did your stepmom give you the boot or what? The royal boot? We're pretty selective about, oh no, don't start that again, Anton. As if a cross-dresser is going to come and nail you or something. Please, dude. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but I just like to get one burger and I like to get one fry. Book now. Okay, but I mean, dude, you can defend yourself, right? Bring it on. This used to be the country kitchen cafe here. It was wonderful. I don't know what the story is on, tell you the truth, I'm not sure what the group home situation is. We have a alcohol and drug place down the street. Yeah, I'm trying to watch my calories. I got my pinstripe suit out today and tried it on. Still fits pretty good. I mean, it was what I wore in 1995. I'm pretty happy with the fit. I could lose like a few pounds and I'll be really happy. So this morning I had some sausage. I'm trying to... Yeah, it's very classic, Kelly. It's a pinstripe. Right, it's a banker suit. Not just your local bankers, but it's more of a Wall Street. London, Wall Street, Hong Kong, Singapore, Sydney, Kuala Lumpur. I don't know what we got in the boxes up here. I don't know. No, I don't need a date, honey. Leaves are falling, June. Leaves are falling down in Santa Rosa town. That's why I increased my weight. And if I go live in the morning, that's going to encourage me to make sure I don't skip any stuff. What do we got? What do we got? Clean, recur, must clean before putting back in. This is all kind of stuff from the school, isn't it? I I don't know. What the heck is this? That looks like a light ring. I don't know. Oh shit, there go my glasses. We got a slot machine. No, we don't. Buckaroo. Yeah, it was $6 grand. I paid about $2 grand. I figure as much baking as I do, I want a convection oven. And I think back in 2012 when I finally got it and got the kitchen done, I think I paid $2,300 for it. But I figured that's the one good thing I'm really going to have. I'm going to have a 5-burner professional restaurant quality stove, and that's exactly what I have. That's exactly what I got. Yeah, I like the wok burner in the middle. So I have a Bosch dishwasher. It was rated the most quiet one on the market. So when it runs, you can't even hear it running. B-O-S-C-H, Bosch. Coffee, a few Mr. Coffees, all that BS. But you kind of expect that, right? Well, Anton Smith, I hope you get your housing situation straightened out. I don't think your stepmom will be kicking you out anytime soon. All right, take care, Jeff. Nice to see you tonight. Great to see you. And yes, Jeff, I watch all of your stuff. Say hi to Trent and Ray Ray. Well, I'm only high end insofar as what my passions are, which is cooking and baking. And I wanted a convection oven, one with a fan in it. If I had a few more bucks, I would have gotten a steam injected oven, which makes it really nice for baking bread. All right, good to see you, Jeff. Oh, they finally towed that garbage trailer out of here. That very irritated Native American woman. I don't really know what she was all about. Yeah, it's good to see you, Jeff. I think next time I go down in Vegas, I'll maybe play the ponies a little bit. Man, they're working really fast at putting up that. Remember that senior center they tore down like 2 days? Wow. Yeah, just be careful, Jeff. I don't want you pitching off the roof. You've been known to have a few tricks in your time. I remember you took a shotgun and you blasted a hole in your wall. Legendary Boyd stuff. Wow, that's a fire truck for sale there? What the hell? Maybe I should buy a fire truck. How cool would that be, rolling around town? Woo! Tower of bicycle junk. Got homeless all sleeping outside of the old. Got a couple homeless there. Still needs paint on the kitchen side. Yes, I did my homework at that time. I'm going to buy the kitchen equipment. I'm going to buy it once. Now I really have to call the Ason's Appliance to get somebody over there and service that stove. It's been a good 10 years. So it needs to have some cleaning and adjusting done. I mean, you should do it as a matter of course, but it's given me great service. It drives some people crazy. I never set the clock on it and all that, so it becomes an irritating talking point to people. Hello, Cheryl S. Tomorrow night I'm gonna have tuna sandwich and a salad. Seems to be very irritating to people. There's the other Hood 7-Eleven over there. I'm not sure what's here. I'd have to take a look at it. It was 2012, so I'm not sure. It's never. I only run it twice a year, so right. But it's a nice built-in, and I got real nice craft made. I spent money for really good craft made cabinets too. God knows what they would charge for craft made. Everything else is just junk. These were made in America. So yeah, there's certain stuff I really was happy to pay up for, because I'm figuring, man, I did all of this work. I purchased it at T-Vax here in town. T-E-E-V-A-X. I got the LG online, and I thought that the thing wasn't even going to be able to fit in the house, and they just barely squeaked that LG freezer in. Oh my God, what a tight fit that was. And they even put a little crease in the top of it. But I ordered the LG washer dryer online. I ordered the stove, I think at T-Vax. So, our local company. I don't know, they did a good job. The guys came out, and you can see the videos on YouTube. The guys came out to install the cabinets, and then the Chinese guys came up from Oakland and did the granite counters on top. So you can see the guy had kind of a plumber's drawers. His butt crack was hanging out. Nino. It's all on there. My whole life of 10 and a half years on YouTube. I only lost 3 months where I hit the wrong buttons, and I took out a whole 3 months of videos by accident. Now they put up a warning that says, do you really want to take out these X number of video? Back then they didn't. So I lost 3 months of, other than that, everything's up there. Oh well, it's not a perfect world. RJ, are you leaving? Good night. My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 to 5, and then look at how wide the street is here. And all of a sudden we get up here, and boom, we narrow down. And this becomes the street of shattered dreams right here. We're like wedged in here. Man, that yard sale's still going on there. Wow. Wow. All right, we got somebody, and I don't know what the hell they're doing. A hard time getting in here, man. It just gets tighter and tighter and tighter. I'm trying to get in here. We make it work, though. All that work really paid off yesterday. If you guys saw the videos, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I do. And thank goodness, I asked Bird to do some cleanup today, and he did some wonderful cleanup. So I am immensely happy. And I went out and told him thank you very much for that. Right. How nice the lawn looks. I got the sprinkler system on tonight. Right. Oh, that's a big deal, Kelly, because, I like my property to be clean and neat. So it was good that Bird co-invested with me in that today, and I was very happy. I said, let's get cleaned up. Oh, I'm not sure. We're going to go check it out, but I'm glad he's taking a break tonight, so I'm happy. We get along really good. I love Blackbird. Blackbird loves me, so it's all good. No, we're not going to seed the back, Kelly, because where would we get the water for it, right? You think I'm just going to go grass for the heck of it back there? Ain't never going to happen, honey. We're going to be planting corn, tomatoes, and onions next year. Look at my onions. Beauties. Look at those babies. So everything's all cleaned up over here. I'm going to put the screen door in the back. Nice and neat, and this all got cleaned up. Yeah, I'm very happy. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? Very happy. We consolidated all of the stuff here. Yes, trustworthy. What's what table for, honey? So I'm happy. I promised him we'd schlep this all over to the recycle. This stuff they'll take in raw too over here. Yeah, so I'm happy. They'll take this wire in as is. And this has a lot of copper in it. I'm letting mine really go the distance here to let them really get good. This table's where Blackbird streams sometimes at night. Right here. Right here. But before Tito came, I told him you got to move this stuff here. He didn't move it, and then part of the tree came down on it. Crushed up some of that stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of wires. He probably has about $200 of recycle in here, which is nice. What was the news? What did we have? Yeah, this is all copper here. No, we go to the recycle on Santa Rosa Avenue. They pay pretty good money for this stuff, which is good. I'll be back in a week or so. I'll pick up the log, really. All right. Oh, the Vegas shooting. Yeah, I remember they had the soft opening for the Vegas Museum. And the next day was the mass shooting. Coincidence? If you say so. Yeah, Kelly, I can't irrigate this. What's the point of just growing grass, honey? We're gonna have some rows of corn. We're gonna have a row of tomatoes and a row of onions here. We're gonna have some nice Silver Queen corn. We're gonna have to get a no pulls. We're gonna have to get one of those tillers. Right, or we're gonna have to buy a tractor. Unplug charger immediately. What the hell is that all about? What's that all about? Never got that warning before. Let's see what we got. Maybe this sucker's gone tits up. I don't know. I don't really like squash. Nobody picks up. I'm not. You think I'm picking up cat stuff, Callie? You come down from Toronto, you pick it up. What's a hobbit house? I don't know. So this is going to be all put into production. I don't think the poor need anything more here. They got Redwood Empire Food Bank. Yeah, I'm also going to cut the top 71 cowboy, especially this Palestine orange, which really makes me mad. You know, I've given that tree every chance. All my other oranges are productive. Can you take to the tree where I don't even know where the cats live? They started out over here, Kelly. They were over here, honey. Behind here. Remember, this is where Porky wasn't being tended to. He was being left behind. Yeah, I don't want peppers and all. That's just I want some real cash crops that I can put up 10 gallons of sauce and have jars and jars and jars and jars of corn. Which tree is it? It's not the big apple tree, is it? Yeah, this is where they were born here. Because this is where we fished Porky at. Can you imagine the Porky's living the high life now? Hey, Amy. I don't have no idea where they sleep. I don't know. Does Charla know where they live? I don't know. Are they under the apple tree? These are feral cats, right? Well, Cheryl, according to you, they have a home. So it needn't bother you. Oh, I don't want a chicken coop. Good Lord, chickens are so dangerous. We went on a walk today. There's a reason that they keep them behind wire. Right? There's a reason they have them imprisoned, because they're dangerous. Can't believe Tio cut that in July, and look at this thing. We're gonna have to really spray the trees. Well, I don't know. The kittens seem happy. I mean, they're frolicking and gamboling around the property every night. They seem very happy here. Hello, Blackbird.
Hey, Rosie.
They seem very happy. The only problem I got now, we got weak trees, so stuff just falls down. Right there's Rosie, and we're hiding in there. Yeah, I'm getting ready to feed them.
How's it going, Rosie?
All right, Bird. Thanks for the cleanup today. Ooh, yeah, I think this is the only home they have here. I mean, if you ask me, let's get some light on. Let's get some food for 'em.
Good job.
Let's see. Put the slop out. That up a little bit as requested, and we get some of the dry food here, we're good to go. We set up the water dish. We're all good. All right, there we go. Dinner is served, boys.
Oh, good. Okay.
Dinner is served, boys. Dinner is served. They'll come wandering up. Yeah, I don't want a cat house here. I'm not that much into this. And it's my property and I have the last call on it, so. I want to start putting up a whole condominium here. everything is contained. Come on, you varmints, food is on. Oh, yeah, I'd send them down to, I'd drop it off at Patricia's house. Here you go with the cats. Here you go. And it's always easy to tell other people what to do on their property. Like to have chickens and all that. You know, hell, put them on your property. Right? Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, people's hearts are in the right place. That's the thing you got to remember. Fresh water is out. Yeah, when I travel, the last thing I want to feel responsible for is cats. Cats are eating, yay! We're having a good meal, yes we are. There they are. There they are. Ooh. Oh, it's not my call. Plus, there's no way that you could have ever captured the kittens. You could auction off pieces of the canopy. I love it. I love it. Cats are excruciatingly happy. Rosie's always a bit of a kind of a loner over there. I don't want traps and stuff. I'm not that invested in it. So we got Fanny Kaplan, and then we got Magic. Yeah, wait till we get the shrimp tonight. They'll be all over me like there's no tomorrow. But in 2024, I'd like to get a dog. I I can't worry about what cats are doing and all that. We'll just have to peacefully coexist. Tiger! Here comes Tiger. Nobody goes hungry here. No, some will be wiped out on the streets. There'll be survival of the fittest. Tiger! Cats are a little friendlier. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, come on. Here we go. I try to feed Rosie. I get a murder mitten on me. What the hell was that about? What the hell was that about? All right, let's see some final scores tonight. Kiss me once, kiss me twice, do 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 do. It's been a long, long time. Do 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 do. Happy trails to you. Is Alan here? Yeah, that's what I was going to plant the almond tree once it goes dormant out there. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. That's exactly what I'm waiting for. Alan, I'm going to wait till, that was my plan to put the almond tree down. Ooh. That's kind of gross. Let's check some NFL scores today. I have to spray in December and then in January and February. I got to spray like 3 times. Peach and plum. 49ers 35-14. Cowboys 38-3 over the Patriots. Wow, the Chiefs really have their hands full with the Jets, 20-20. I've noticed the Chiefs have kind of weakened a bit. Falcons lost 23-7. Rams beat the Colts. Ravens beat the Browns. Vikings beat the Panthers. Titans beat the Bengals. Buccaneers beat the Saints. Bills beat the Dolphins. Broncos beat the Bears. Eagles beat the Commanders. What the hell happened to the Steelers today? Texans 30. Steelers 6. Oakland lost again. Wow. Wow. Not happy in Vegas. Good night, Shimei. That's crazy. They're going to have a very short-term love affair with their Raiders. Meanwhile, they got to pay a crap load of money for that stadium. Let's see. Who paid for the Raiders stadium in Las Vegas? $100 million financing the project came in the form of $750 million in public funding and a $1.1 billion from the Raiders. Sportico says the Raiders merely loaned money toward the stadium and only $600 million. Loan. Garoppolo can't even move, can he? Injured again. Jimmy Carter, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah. Allegiant paid money to have it too. I guess the naming rights. I guess so. Right. I'm going in and come back and sound is still off. Anybody else? Turn off your whole phone and then come back in. 25 mil, that's a nice chunk of change. Wow. That is a nice chunk of change. All right, let me get my stuff ready here. Gotta get some more ramen noodles this week. It's a fire in the hole. I can't believe we still have gas here. Gas on. Ooh, we're almost out. I think this will be about it. I think this will be the end of the line. I think that'll be the end of the line. I'm not even sure if we'll get one out of that. We'll see. All right. My pH keeps saying I'm not sure. We're all good here. Maybe we're glitchy. Let's see. Democratic New York governor facing crisis suddenly changes her tune. Now she wants to limit who crosses the border. Isn't that amazing? I guess it always depends on whose ox is being gored, right? Right. How about Taylor Swift following these Chiefs around? Come on. Not many people want to get the old COVID vaccine. Right. Ooh, good night, Shemay. Good night, sweetie. I don't know if we're going to have enough gas to finish this deal. Tomorrow night, guys, we definitely have to get some gas. Ooh, it's going to take forever with this thing. Baby's like right down to the nuts, man. Right down to the nuts. All right, let me get the rest of my stuff set up here. Kiss me once, kiss me twice. Yeah, I actually think that things are glitching a little bit. Yeah, I think so. I think YouTube is under attack. Yeah, because I noticed that we're dipping tonight, so I think a lot of people are having problems with YouTube. Let me tell you, these hackers, this thing is a prime target here, YouTube. Let's see if anything's coming up here. Is YouTube under attack tonight? Is YouTube under attack tonight? Doesn't seem to be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let me close this out and restart this. Maybe it's on my end. Hold on a minute. All right. Let's see. Let's see what that does. Let's see if that cleaned it up any. How does that work? Because I don't know. I've had a couple people mention tonight. No issues on my. What kind of phone? The issues usually come up on Apple on iPhones. How are we looking now? We had any improvement? Audio lagging. See, I'm not sure, man. That's kind of weird, right? Let's cut over to Wi-Fi. Yeah, maybe it's localized within your networks or something. I don't know. Because I closed out and then restarted the stream. Now the numbers are rising again, so I don't know what's going on tonight. Is Cheryl here? Did Cheryl close out or? Cheryl, are you having any issue with the chat tonight? Not with me, but with the chat. YouTube. What did James say? My YouTube app is now working. I don't know what's going on. I had the same issue on iPad and Android chat is fine. I don't know. Cheryl's the first one that alerted me a while ago. Hey, you know who popped in on my morning chat today? Cheryl. Jen did. All right. Jen popped in this morning. She said she's been on a different work schedule. I thought she was, I didn't think that she worked. Yeah, I was really happy to see her. It made me really feel good when she came in this morning. I was like, oh, yeah. I miss the old feisty broad. She was like a repackaged version of Cheryl S., right? I don't want to say a little bit of a meaner version, right? This is crazy, this gas. We're just going to barely make it tonight. So you guys got to remind me tomorrow when I'm starting the stream. You guys, no, go back and get the gas. Don't, no. We're not going to be able to eat. It had to be you. It had to be you. I'm just not even sure what's going on. I think it's got to be on the YouTube or the network side, right? I really believe that's the case. See, it's raining in Vegas, light rain showers. Could get some thunder. Let's see what the 10-day looks like. Oh, it's going to be nice. It's going to be in the 80s, mid-80s. Let's look at Santa Rosa weather. $63 now. Let's see, 10-day. Yeah, we're going to be in the 80. We're going to be 90 on the 90, 91. So Wednesday 90, Thursday 91, Friday 90, yeah, and then to 89, then we go down. So that's like our little blip of Indian summer. That's gonna be it. Just pouring yeah, I think it's on YouTube because my numbers are fluctuating too much. Yeah, it's very abnormal what's happening to the numbers on the chat tonight. So I think a lot of people are having some network issues tonight. That's all I can say. Is YouTube having network issues tonight? Oh. It said not detecting any issues. A visitor from the United States reported a problem with, yeah, there's all kinds of shit coming in now. October 1st, that's today. So there's some kind of BS coming in, I don't know. Who knows? These things are fluctuating too much in here tonight. It's weird. People are getting frustrated. We're right down to the nuts, guys. Right down to the nuts. Oh boy. War 1979. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. I don't know what's going on tonight. I guess I apologize for what's going on. People are getting all kinds of different experience because that's all. You know, normally we're steady around a 150. We've dipped down into the 90s, and so I don't know what's going on.
So right by five, that's from the Hawaiian place.
So I have no idea what the hell's going on. Yeah, I'm telling you what. Thank you, Jamie. You know what, James? It's October's just a beautiful month to be there. You can still walk around comfortably at night in shirt sleeves, and it's just really nice, right? And then at the end of the month, yeah, it starts to get a little cold. And then by December, oh, brother. You get that strong northwest wind whip through Vegas, man. Oh, wow. It's just like that wind chill just dies. Nothing worse than a high wind and a cold. Oh, I remember we'd go out to try to chooch and stuff, and the wind was so bad, we just said, hell with that, right? Same here. Cold for me is under 50. That's right, Jim. That's exactly right. All right, we're finally done here. And we just took it right. We just took it right down to the nuts, although it just seems like we're still. I don't know. That baby's empty. Remind us to take this baby tomorrow. I really need a thing with a doggone gauge on it. That's what you need. That's what you need. Wait till Tiger gets a hold of the smell here. Good night, Nino. You know, I always find December is the coldest month. Then the rainy season starts and it doesn't get that cold. You can enjoy yourself, Alan. That's going to be great. Maybe you can meet Charles Richardson down there. I think he's over in India. He came and met me. Nice guy. And then I met High Watch down there too. High Watch lives down there. He's another very interesting guy. I can't stand the cold. Silver Diamond, how are you? Oh, James, I don't know if you like hot. Hey, Seal, I don't know if you like hot, really tasty beef soup, man, but that Shang Mi down on Silverado. I don't know if that was on sale. I don't know. I can't remember where it was, but man, that place was good. That's the best thing about Vegas. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. That's the best thing about Vegas. You have such a great choice of food scenes, always changing down there. You catch a place when it's early opening and everybody's doing their best, you can get a good feed. Really nice. But that was a very impressive place. You can come down there if you want to visit me. Oh, that would be awesome. I can't wait to meet you later this month, you and Naomi. Alan, I'm just glad you have a place to go to that's comfortable and nice in winter. Because I know the Central Valley can be a little depressing too, just like this place here. '78 in South Dakota. What city are you serving in South Dakota there? Pier, or where are you serving? Hey, First Amendment, I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, I take my magnesium every single day, June. Without fail. Without fail. I just did my my vitamin holder for the next 10 days. If I don't take that magnesium, I'm going to start getting those horrendous things in my cramp. Hey, Patty. Patty, do you think that too many people have moved to South Dakota? Like a lot of people in Colorado, they're kind of mad because a lot of people have moved there, right, from California and places. Same thing like Austin's now overrun. I don't know if there's any local resentment there about people coming in. Hey, how you doing, Megan? No, this is 30 degrees. Cool.
So it shows your price 10 years later. That one went down to $75. The other one's still up in there.
Ooh, that's hot.
Good shot, good shot. Good shot. Good shot. Yeah, we're watching.
Still chowing down over here. Yeah, the shrimp are deveined. Yeah, there we go. Petty Betty says yes, definitely. I would think it just drives the price up for everybody, right? I mean, it just makes it. That's once a place. All right, take care, Judy. Once a place becomes the go-to spot, then holy smokes, yeah, it's pretty good First Amendment. Pretty good for a Sunday night. Tomorrow I'm going to have a salad and a tuna fish sandwich. Bird, they're eating right here.
I know, but she wants some dry food.
I got dry up here. Sunday night. Sure less. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Yeah, I have a review seal hater. I went to Hooters back in 2013 on the channel. They put an application in my hand. You can see my video. It's called I Was a Hooters Girl for a day when I had the big honking boobs. Right? I said, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to go and apply to Hooters. They brought me a drink over, the application. It was really funny. Oh, I didn't work there, Cupcake. I just got an application in front of me. That was it. But Bobby and I ate at Hooters early on, and we thought that I had a chicken sandwich. It was blubbery and terrible. Girls had these black pants on with leotards under. I don't know what the hell they're called, but not what you want. But we went in 2015. We had a YouTube boys meetup in Florida. You can see that we had a nice one at the James River. Aspire to works. I don't know. Why does rap music objectify these days? Doesn't seem to bother ladies in the least. Good defender, Jeff, Kansas City, and wow. It's like women demand one thing and then they put up with another, so I don't know. Right. Women rolling down the street with hood rats with that blasting. Give me that booty. Give me that, got that big booty, baby. Bounce that booty. Good night, Charla. Yeah, and all that does is objectify women. What are we doing? Huh? Tiger! What are we doing? Oh, and they're slinking in his baby socks. Good night, Olive. Thanks for coming in, honey. Tiger, you're always so bent out of shape of what I'm having, right? All right, suit yourself. All right, suit yourself. Here they nailed the Tupac shooter. Dishes to do with it, so I'll watch you do. Well, who's not in dispute these days? The rest are dead. Well, whoever the hell he is, he's there. We have a rare appearance by Baby Socks tonight. Listen to that gangster rap. She enjoys it. It's cool. But I'm saying, you talk about objectification of women. What does that more than rap? Right? Shake that booty all around. Taking that booty all around. Doesn't seem to bother young women in the least. Of course, this is the era of OnlyFans anyway, so. Seems like everybody and his mother's got one. Well, are you going to look at me or what? For Ice Cube, and I'm the same way. I mean, I would rather I'd rather see a good cover band. I'm not going to pay the money for you know, but I can't Taylor Swift. I mean, I'm not gonna denigrate anybody that went. But I'm saying, right, plenty of people turned out. She's going to have a movie coming out that's going to probably break box office for the people that couldn't go to the event. So that's going to have super high production values. There were probably 10 videographers on that whole tour. And they probably have a top flight Hollywood editing company to put that together with the top flight music video editor. They're eating like there's no tomorrow up here, Bird. Looks like Tiger's feeling better.
Yeah.
I got to seal the gutters this week at church. Midsection U2 sphere 40. Wow, 5,400. I saw it's $150 to park there. I'd rather walk 5 miles, right, and just come up on the sphere. That's it. Then they have all the Formula stuff, Formula One stuff coming down, and that's huge. And that's taking up a lot of the street there, right? All resurfaced, all the lights, all the stands there. They're trying to figure out a way to screw people out of the maximum money for that. I never saw a place so greedy in my life. Yeah, it's gonna just, you know, it's like the people that live there get screwed, James. Right. That's what I'm saying, Alan. When people talk about it, it's not respectful. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at TikTok videos. I mean, when you talk about objectifying women, I mean, holy crap. I haven't been since 2000, pre-COVID. Well, nothing wrong with it, First Amendment. You deserve to have a good time, my friend. Oh my goodness. Revlo, when I moved to Hong Kong in 1991, I got so I could pick up a grain of rice in rapid succession, 10 of them. It took about, because there's no fork or anything, so it took about maybe 3 weeks to really start to get the hang of it. Well, I figured you would be, because all the north-south roads here, right, when they close off Vegas Boulevard, you got to go Paradise, or you got to go, you know, one of the western roads. Yeah, hopefully you'll get some good footage. Let me throw these shells away, or else the cats will get them. I don't want a cat to choke on the shells. We definitely got to get some gas tomorrow. That's for darn sure. We're gonna need that. No, I'm not paying $1,450 to see U2. Plus, you know what? There'll be a concert video that you can watch on pay-per-view. You'll feel like you're right there. All right. Pay like $9.99. You'll see it on pay-per-view. That's why I say it's like I'm not paying $1,500 and $100 to park at Levi Stadium to watch the 49ers when you got the best seat in the house right in, right? Who needs it? Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube in 6 months. That's right, Kaylee. And you'll pay like, you know, if you want to watch the whole concert, you'll pay $2.95. They're doing construction on a tunnel from 215 to the airport in both. Ugh. Ugh. You know what? I just stay the hell off of Vegas Boulevard. You know, every time I thought, oh, I'll give people a treat. I'm coming in town. We'll go Vegas Boulevard. It's been a disaster. It's their money because they don't feel the need to, Alan. The wolf is not at the door right now. Hey, Kaylee, how you doing, honey? If the wolf is not at the door, you don't need to, right? Fanny Kaplan. I'm not going on Las Vegas Boulevard anymore. When I was down at the south end of the strip, I was staying at the around the South Point there. I mean, what the hell, man? I thought I'm going to go up the strip one morning. It's insane. What happened in the past when I told people you were going to be in Las Vegas? What does that mean? What happened in the past? What does that mean? What do you mean, what happened? Oh shit, not in the house. Yeah, that little sucker ran right in. It's always Rosie. You said it was a disaster. Oh. No, I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean. I don't know. Disaster? Oh, I just think the road going up Las Vegas Boulevard, every time I go, I like to, you know, around Baker, I'd like to go live, and then I drive the final 50 miles into Vegas, and we would go up Las Vegas Boulevard, but it's gotten worse and worse and worse because there's so much stuff they're doing for the Formula One race in November. They have like the stuff narrowed down to one lane, plus they were doing the median work down there, putting palm trees in the whole length of it, so it's been like So now I just go up, I go up I-5 and I go, you know, towards like 95 and get off downtown there. I don't fiddle with it anymore. So when I did that, even with morning rush hour, I was able to get down there in about 15 minutes or so, which was good. What are we doing? Why do you have to go in the house all the time, huh? Why do you have to go in the house? Wouldn't you know, it's Rosie, always the troublemaker. What are you doing? All right, guys. Well, it's been 3 hours and 22 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and shut her down tonight. I need to apologize. I don't know what happened to YouTube tonight. We had some synchronization problem between audio and stream. I closed out. I restarted my stream. I don't think it was on my side here. If it was, I apologize for the hassle of it. Truly. So I'm going to go ahead. What are we doing? I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. To my moderators, I want to thank you for everything you do, June and company, and Amanda, James, good to see you. Everybody else, have a wonderful night. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please take a second to do so. Cost free. As you'll see, there's no super chat button. There is no super sticker button. I'm asking you guys to please support the night that we have the fundraiser. And I can't ask anybody to do anything if I don't have some skin in the game myself. So I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great, great night.